guys, it's Ashley, and today is January 1st, 2016. What? Being the first day of 2016, I thought I would film some videos because I've fallen behind in the end of 2015, and all the videos I wanted to have done before today didn't even get filmed. So I'm gonna film them all today and post them throughout the next week. The first video on that list is this one, my favorite books of 2015. Now in 2015, I read a grand total of 70 books, which is the highest number of books I've read in one year in about 5 years, give or take. The last time I read this many books, I actually read 80, and that was the year after I graduated school, before I got a job, when I had mono, so I had a lot more time to read in there. So I'm pretty proud, 70 books. My goal for this year on Goodreads had been 50, and then very quickly, I think by August or something, I was at 50, so I changed it to 60, and then I was quickly approaching that, so I changed it to 70. And I was hoping to get to 75, but with December, it just didn't happen. But still, 70 books in one year is a pretty good total. I know a lot of people who don't even come close to that, so I am very, very proud of these 70 books that I've read this year. Also, I read a lot of really good books this year. They were just fantastic. Going through my notebook over the past week to choose my favorite books, I was realizing that I really didn't read too many bad books this year, and that's just really exciting. But it was still easy to narrow down my top 15 of 2015. Now, this is not necessarily the top 15 books that came out this year. These are my favorite 15 that I read this year. So some are older. Some did come out this year, but they're just the favorite books that I read in 2015. Also, not all of them got 5 stars from me. A lot of them, I just really enjoyed the experience of it. One of these books was actually only a 3-star for me, but I just enjoyed the experience, and it kept me thinking about that book even after it was over. For months, I was still thinking about that book, so I figured a book with that good of an experience has to go on my favorites list. I am not going to go in depth on any of these books. I'm going to give you a sentence, maybe 2, on each one. I have book talks for a good chunk of these videos, which I will link all over so you can see those if you would like to. I'm also going to be putting this list over on my blog with more details for each book, so I will leave that link down below as well. Let's get into it. The first thing that I have for you is the honorable mention. This is my favorite series that I read in 2015. This is actually the only series that I read to completion in 2015, but that's okay because it's become one of my all-time favorite series. I absolutely loved it, and that is Percy Jackson and the Olympians series by Rick Riordan. This is just such a fun series about a boy named Percy who discovers he's a demigod. He goes to camp and then he has to save the world, and there's just all sorts of fun things and sass and great friendships, and I just loved this series. Also, I am halfway through Heroes of Olympus, and I am planning to finish that up in 2016 before the Trials of Apollo come out because I need more Percy in my life. We're gonna put the books back as we go through them. And now we start the actual countdown. Coming in at number 15 is Life and Death by Stephenie Meyer. This is the gender swap Twilight book, and I just loved the experience of this book. Coming in at number 14 is 6 Months Later by Natalie D. Richard. This is about a girl who wakes up and cannot remember the past 6 months, but in those 6 months, everything about her life has done a complete 180, and she has a really bad feeling about it. This book just took me on a ride, and I hope to read more of her books in 2016. Number 13 on my list is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. This book is so totally not what I expected, and Ms. Lockhart told me to lie if you ask me about it, so I'm gonna lie. Number 12 is The Heir by Kiera Cass. This is the 4th book in the Selection series, and it follows the children of some of the characters from the original 3 Selection books, and I just loved it so much. I read it in one sitting on an airplane. Number 11 is Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi. This is about a girl whose touch is lethal, and because of that, they have locked her away for most of her life, and suddenly she is rescued and treated like a superhero, and things go crazy. Number 10 is The Best Yes by Lisa TerKeurst. This is a book about making decisions that will guide you towards your best life. Number 9, You're Never Weird on the Internet, Almost by Felicia Day. This is Felicia Day's memoir and tells the story of her growing up and founding the Guild and all of the great things that we have come to love from Felicia, and I absolutely loved this book. She is so cool. Number 8 is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. This is set 40 years in our future, where virtual reality has taken over because nobody wants to live in real life and they only want to live on the internet. And doesn't that sound familiar? but now there's money involved. Number 7 is Furiously Happy by Jenny Lawson. I don't have my copy because my friend is borrowing it, but it is just a really funny look at depression and anxiety and mental health issues and everything you want from the bloggist on those subjects. Number 6 is one of my most surprising reads of the year. Did not think it was going to make this list, especially not up this high, but it is Amish Vampires in Space by Carrie Neitz. This book is ridiculous, and it's about Amish vampires in space, but it's actually really awesome, and I love it a lot. And now we are approaching my top 5 books of 2015. Now, I do have these in an order, but really you could shuffle them into any order because I just really enjoyed all of these books and I've been thinking about them all year long and they're just fantastic. So number 5 on my list is Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. This is about a girl who is allergic to everything, and then she meets a boy and starts making some bad decisions and things go awesome and horrible and just change so much. And it was so good. Number 4 is 52 Ways to Live a Kick-Ass Life by Andrea Owen. This is a nonfiction about how to live a kick-ass life, and I read it in basically one sitting, also on a plane, and I took about 4 pages of notes on that plane ride. This was just a really good, practical book about making your life the best it can be. Number 3 is All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. I absolutely adored this book. It broke my heart in such good ways. I loved the characters, and it was just so gorgeously done. Number 2 is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. This is about a man who has the ability to travel between 3 different dimensions. He is one of only 2 people in the entire multiverse who can do that. Bad things start happening and good things start happening. And there's a really cool chick who I quite enjoy and can't wait to see the second in the series. And finally, my favorite book of 2015. I'm sure you're never gonna guess because I haven't talked about it all that much. It's Illuminae by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. I so totally enjoyed this book. I loved it to pieces. It's about spaceships and love and malfunctioning artificial intelligence and zombies and explosions, and it's freaking gorgeous on the inside, just like the cover is, and you should all read it. So there you have it, my top 15 books of 2015. Let me know what your favorites were. Were any of them the same as mine, or did you have totally different books? I'd love to hear. I had such a good reading list in 2015. I'm very much looking forward to 2016 and seeing what books it has in store for us. So thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time here and you like what you see, go ahead and click the subscribe button. I've got lots more videos coming very, very soon. And if you're a returning friend, hi, it's good to see you again. I hope you've all enjoyed this video. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you soon. Bye!